Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have an amazing video all the way from my bedroom because I'm not set up in the living room in my new house yet, but we have an incredible guest, you guys. This one is going to be so good. We have Blair Brown. I believe she has lost 86 pounds and she is on day 100 of her juice fast. It has been a huge life transformative experience. So we are so blessed to have her on her very last day. So let's hop into it. Hey Blair, how are you? You're all the way down in Arkansas. How's it going? Or I don't
It's
know.
going
Yeah.
great.
No, usually I'm in Canada. I just moved to Miami, so I would say all the way down in Arkansas, but I'm in Miami, so is that up? So my geography is really bad, so I'm not sure which way, but
My geography is bad too, but I think you're up.
yeah. So day 100, wow, what led you to do a juice fast and what has this done for your life?
Oh, okay. So the ultimate thing that led me to do the juice fast was grief. I lost both of my parents due to terminal illnesses. My mom had pulmonary hypertension and my dad had bile duct cancer,
Wow.
cholangiocarcinoma. So yes, I don't know. When I watched What the Health, I realized it made me emotional because I realized like I don't know if it would have saved them, but maybe it would have had a shot at saving them, like a plant-based journey, you know? So I think I just kind of dealt with that emotionally. So then I go to the doctor, and the year before I weighed 275. And I went to the doctor December the 11th of this past year and found out I weighed 314. My cholesterol was high. And because I saw my parents take so much medicine, I wanted to do a natural route. So I started doing research and everything. And like I said, I watched that documentary, What the Health, and I started watching your videos, and the people you interviewed had just such great experiences going raw and juicing and things like that. And I just did a little more research on it just to make sure I understood the process and everything. And then after that, I just decided to wing it. And I went on Temu and I bought a juicer. I do want to get the
Love it.
Nama J2 and Nama C2. Yes, this is the juicer I bought on Temu.
You are awesome. Good for you.
Thank you. But yes, I bought the juicer on Temu and I just kind of when it came in, I just kind of went for it, you know. So I started May 8th and today is August 16th and it's day 100.
And did you ever think you'd make it this far?
I didn't. And you know what? When I started it, because it's my very first time juicing, when I started it, I didn't set any expectations. I just said I wanted to do it to bring my cholesterol down and to get healthier. But I started feeling better and better. And I had said, you know what? Because I worked so much and I would just have the sluggish, always tired type of disposition. So then I realized I think it was in the beginning I did experience my detox phase and I was breaking out really bad and I still have breakout moments, but I think on the inside I felt amazing, like I was getting up earlier than normal. It was just things happening that don't normally happen because I'm not a morning person, so I normally drag out of bed, especially if I don't have coffee, and I haven't had any coffee or anything. So I started to feel so good after day like 30 and everything. It was amazing.
Wow, this is unbelievable. And I just want to say, because I didn't mention, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to hear about your parents, both your parents. I'm so sorry. Was that recently or was that a long time
Oh,
ago?
thank you. Well, my mom passed away in 2019 and my dad passed away a year and 8 months after her in 2021.
And
So it was just
how
oh,
old
I'm
were
sorry.
they? How old were they?
Oh man, my mom was 53 and my dad was 56.
So
Yeah.
pretty young.
Yeah, they were very young. They
I'm
were extremely
sorry.
young. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was rough. It was really rough. But you know, and I kept my mind busy working a lot. But like I said, I worked a lot, but I didn't have a whole lot of energy. So it's just the juicing just took me to another level.
Wow. And good for you trying a different path. So this has been amazing. What has kept you staying on track and what have been all the major benefits you've experienced?
Well, like I said, I watched a lot of your interviews, and on one of your interviews, I watched you were interviewing someone. I can't remember the young lady's name because I watched so many of them, but you interviewed this young lady and she said, you need to know your why. And that helped me knowing my why. I just reminded myself what my why was. And in the beginning, I even put it on the refrigerator, but I took it off later. I was like, cholesterol high. You know, you want to go down a different path that your parents went down to see, you know, I don't know if it'll end up different, but I just would like to see, you know. So I just wanted to make different decisions. So yeah, all of that was like my why. And it was a great motivator because I had some rough days. My brother would come in the house and his food smelling all good and stuff. And I would just be in the bed drinking my juice.
And
So,
you've done it.
but
You did it. Wow. What
yeah.
discipline. If you can do 100 days juicing, I feel like you can truly do anything.
Yes, and you know what? It's very empowering because it does make me feel like I can do anything. My birthday's next weekend and I turned 34 and I said that age 33 was all about healing and age 34 is going to be about me reclaiming my time, like going after everything that I was so afraid to go after.
I love that. And have you checked your cholesterol or anything since
I
before?
haven't. I haven't, but on Monday, I go to the doctor just to go to the back and do labs. So they're going to pull my labs. And then I think like in 2 to 3 days or something, they'll be able to let me know. But I just, like I said, I feel so much better. I had a lot of inflammation in my ankles and everything, and it's all gone. It's
Wow, great.
amazing.
Isn't it so amazing?
It is. It
And
is. And I'm so grateful.
have you noticed mental health benefits? Because that's a big thing I see. Like, has your happiness changed or your mindset changed?
Oh my gosh, Gillian, you might be mind blown because I started juicing May 8th. On June the 1st, I quit my job. I was a paralegal I'm still a paralegal at a different firm, but I worked at this firm that it was just the culture was negative. It was just that I was in a bad disposition with my boss. And one day I just had so much clarity. I had a 45-minute meeting with him and I had a good discussion with him. I asked him a bunch of questions. I told him what my concerns were, and my concerns were something that wasn't a big concern to them and everything. So I just decided to leave. The next day I put in my notice and
Wow.
yeah, and I didn't even have a backup, Jillian. But I was just going to go full time at my part time job. I had enough of the job, and then it turned out that I just received a call from another firm, and I started there.
Oh, what?
July the
Just like out of
1st.
nowhere like that?
Yeah, he pulled my resume off of Indeed because somehow they have
Yeah.
some kind of algorithm where they can do that.
Yeah.
And he pulled my resume off of Indeed and he hired me. And I've been working there ever since. Culture's completely different. It's more fitting of who I am. That's what I
Wow,
can
that's
say.
interesting. So I wonder if
Yeah.
that would have happened if you didn't go on the Juice Fest. I know I see so many people, they just get clear-headed, they feel so much better, they lose resistance, and they just manifest and attract like totally different things like that.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think it would have. I think I was just, how you just sometimes feel like you have to deal with stuff. I
Yeah.
was just dealing. And I just think after I started juicing and I started having deeper thoughts and clearer thoughts, I had said, you know what, this isn't serving me. And I can't live the rest of my life working under these circumstances. So then I decided to make a change.
Wow, well, congratulations.
Thank you
And
so
do you
much.
have any advice for somebody who might want to embark on a juice fast like this, even if it's not 100 days, like 10 days, 3 days, 30 days? Any advice for somebody who's watching you right now?
Yeah, I would just tell them God wouldn't put the desire in your heart if He didn't think you can do it. So if you have a desire or if you have a thought, just start with day one. Because that's what I did. I didn't expect to go 100 days. I honestly didn't expect to go 30, but it was just, it felt good. It felt like the right thing to do. I was getting energy. And when I got discouraged because nobody in my life, I'm in the South, so no one in my life could even think of juice. And I had several people ask me what it is.
I
So
believe
like,
it. Like people I know, I see a lot of people ask, what is juicing? Like, can you still eat food? I get it. Like,
yeah, and I just leaned on the videos on YouTube, and that's what just kind of got me through. I felt like the people on YouTube were friends in my head, and
yeah.
we were just in it together. So that's how I looked at it, and that was like whenever I just felt like, man, I'm the only one doing this because. I was one of those people that went out to eat with everybody. Like, no, if anybody asked me if I wanted to go out to eat, I didn't care where it was, I was going. So
Yeah.
I think I haven't been out to eat in 100 days, but I did go out and I took juice with me. So I sat with my friends. I went to a Mexican restaurant with a guy. I went on a date with a guy at a Mexican restaurant and he had a whole meal in front of him. It looked and smelled delicious, but I sat there and drank pineapple juice.
What did he say? That was your first date?
Yeah, that was our first date. He just got a kick out of it. He said, I feel horrible eating in front of you. I said, go ahead, I'm fine.
Are you going to see him again? Did it work out?
You know what? He and I spoke today, so we bonded. We went out a second time after that, but it was just like a walk in the park or whatever.
Yeah.
So but yeah, he's a really nice guy. So who knows?
I love that. Well, good for you. You know, you've done it around surrounded by people who maybe aren't the most like understanding, right? Or
Yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah.
I
And
had
so
relatives call me crazy.
so good for you staying on track, but they must notice like you're happy, you've lost a lot
Oh
of weight.
yes.
Yeah.
Those same relatives that were calling me crazy in the beginning and thought I was gonna cave and stuff, they've been sending me messages telling me how proud they are of me. And then I had one aunt ask me if I was on Ozempic because she had just saw me a couple months before. And I was like, I am not on Ozempic unless it's in the juice.
So what do you think about the juice versus Ozempic? If somebody's watching and they're thinking, should I go on Ozempic or go on the juice?
No, I would tell them to juice because Ozempic has all these side effects, and juicing is so healing. I don't think Ozempic is for everybody. It's supposed to be for people who are diabetics, but I think people are using it as a weight loss thing. But I think that when you lose weight naturally, it just feels better on the inside out. You know, some people, I've known some people who have taken Ozempic, they feel bad on the inside, and juicing
Yeah.
made me feel a lot better.
That's the thing. It's not just about the weight loss. It's about like the transformative experience and just like all looks aside. Like when you do a cleanse like this, typically with everybody I see and with my personal experience on the 37-day juice fast I did and all the multiple other ones I've done, like I never
Yeah.
felt better in my whole life. It just raises you to like another level, right?
Right, it really does. And my brother asked me, he said, "Are you going to put your juicer up?" I said, "No, I'm going to be juicing for
Yeah,
life."
exactly.
Seriously.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
what I know, what if some people say, well, this is extreme? Are you going to be hitting the Mexican restaurant after? Are you going to go? Is it going to maybe make you propel back to everything? Or like, what's your plan after? And today's the last day. So how are you going to break the fast tomorrow?
Okay, so I'm going to be eating fresh fruits and veggies. If you have any tips for me, I'm open to hearing them because I've just been watching videos on people like, talking about what they did afterwards. And I've been reading a lot of things about transitioning, but I definitely would like to go raw. What was that chef Babette you interviewed? And she looked
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, okay.
Oh
I
my
saw her in
God.
person. I went to LA to interview her twice now. And when you see her walking around at the gym and stuff, she is the fittest person I know. She's 73. She started at 40. So like that's so inspiring, right? We don't have to be like
Yes.
she started at 40 in her 40s. So it's amazing. And she is so strong. She could do like I think 200 push-ups. I forget how many. And she just the strength she had, she inspired me so much to like I got to get
Oh
better.
my
I got to get
gosh.
stronger. And yeah, she is like high raw, a lot of all vegan. And she's
I
like,
inspire.
it's insane, right?
Yeah. It is, and she looks incredible. And I said, I aspire to that. I want to be. I feel like I want to break a generational curse because my mom's mom passed away early, and my mom, or at a young age, and my mom passed away at a young age. So if I could do something different, I don't know. People pass in freak accidents, things happen. God has that date set or whatever, no matter what. But I just think that if I can prevent it from happening with my health and be my best self, I would just love to do that. So like in the beginning of my juicing journey, I didn't say I just, plan to be raw vegan or anything. It wasn't even in the books for me. It was just the time I took to do so much research while I was juicing, I just felt motivated. So I just, I hope I could be a long-term raw vegan, but I'm just gonna start somewhere, and
Yeah,
just see where it takes me.
that's great. I love your attitude. And have you felt like giving up at times and like any extra tips, like how you kept going? Like,
Yes, in the beginning, I am not gonna lie, Gillian. My first week, I had said I passed by Popeyes. I had my window down. I passed by Popeyes. It was smelling so good. I said, I can always start over. But I hung in there because I kept thinking about my why.
yeah, that's the
So
key, the why, right? That is the key. I hear people say that you're right, the why. Because if you don't have the why in your
yes.
mindset, then like what's to stop you from just hitting up Popeyes or hitting up McDonald's or whatever,
Right.
right?
It was
Yeah.
so important to me. I really want to live a long life. And, I want to do everything I can and on my end to do that. So I just felt like that was just always in the back of my mind. I think sometimes if you lose both of your parents, I don't know about everybody, but I had this overwhelming feeling like I'm next. So it was a lot on me emotionally. So it was just, I think that if I hadn't have had that experience, I may not have had the courage to do it for so long, because I endured so much emotionally. It was just that I knew I was strong enough to endure a juice cleanse.
Yeah. Wow. And do you have any advice for somebody who might be dealing with loss now or dealing with grief and having any advice or books or like anything that's helped you in your journey with all of that?
I would just say I just leaned on God for the most part. I tuned into my spirituality, and I didn't read many books, but I did read one book on grief, and I forget the name of it. I hate that. There was a psychiatrist who wrote the book. He was a doctor. He teamed up with another doctor and wrote this book. I read it in the beginning of my journey of grief, but I would just say do try to work on your self-care. You're not going to feel like getting up every morning. You're going to be in your head. Smells, all types of things are going to like trigger your grief. But just think of what that person you lost wanted better for you. My mom used to always say, I want you to be better than me. I want you to do better than me. I don't want you to repeat my mistakes. And that lived in me. And I just said, I wouldn't be serving myself properly or serving my mom. I wouldn't be a good piece of her legacy if, I didn't want her to death to be in vain. So I always wanted to do better and be better. So I think that was my big motivation, being better. When you lose someone, your loved ones don't want you here hurting. They're in a mansion in the sky, so
Yeah.
they want you to live your best life here.
And your parents are proud. They're looking down. I feel like you're just on the right path. This is like your destiny. This is meant to be. And I'm just so proud of you and you're glowing and I'm so happy for you. This is such a great experience. Would you say, I know I always ask people this, but on Juice Fast, but would you say this is one of the best experiences of your life?
It is the best experience. Like I said, my entire 20s, I was 250 plus pounds. And I'm down to 228. Like I said, I'm not at the weight that I want to be just yet, but I feel like I'm on the track of getting there. And I was 314 pounds,
Mhm.
so I just feel like I feel like I've accomplished something. I feel a lot better. I feel like my vision has improved. I feel like everything in my life has gotten better. I've gotten a better job. My vision has improved. I just have better relationships with people. I've been having deeper conversations. I'm in tune with what's best for me. And I think all of that really came from juicing.
And that's the best place we can be. It sounds like you're like in alignment. You know what I mean? It just sounds like,
Yeah,
and
I
so
feel.
we want to feel this way, right? Even me, I think I might do another 90-day. Well, I have never done 90 days. I've done 37, but this fall I might do 90. Or for someone watching, like we want to know your protocol to feel so good, to accomplish all these amazing changes. So take us through a day in the life on the juice cleanse. What's your protocol? How much are you drinking? Favorite juices, all that.
Like I said, I work every day, so I have to plan
Mhm.
ahead. So I pick 2 days a week that I juice. I usually juice on Sundays and Wednesdays. And basically a day in the life is Monday through Fridays, I work 8 to 5. So while I'm in the morning, I make sure I have my juices ready to go, bottled up for my day. And I drink as much as possible. I didn't even like keep up with any metrics or whatever. I know like I heard the 6 to 8 gallon thing and all of that stuff, but I just drink as much as possible. I get
Okay.
myself full off of the juice and I just let it fuel me and I just keep drinking. So that was just my strategy. I didn't measure and all that stuff. I said if I'm just drinking juice, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just gonna drink as much as I can. So that was my strategy. So I just drink. I sit at a desk every day, so I just drink all throughout the day. When I got home, sometimes I would walk my dog. I have a little Shih Tzu. His name's Tupac, and I walk
I
him.
love it. I love that.
Yeah, I
Oh
walk
my
him when
God.
I get off.
Love that. We got to get a
And
picture of Tupac on the screen right now. I got to get a picture from you to pop him
oh
up.
yes, I will send
That's
you a
too
picture.
cute.
I just got off of work and I jumped into this video, so he's looking at me like, "Are we going on our walk or what?"
We
And
won't,
he's actually
Tupac, we will not keep Blair long. Don't worry. You go on your walk. Oh, there he is. I love it. That's
I'm
amazing.
like, his little name tag says Tupac on it.
That's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, I forget where we were now, but I wanted to ask you too, have there been any negatives? Any
Um,
negatives?
Well, like I said, I've been breaking out really bad. I don't know if I had a hormonal imbalance or what, but my chin was ate up with acne. But in the beginning, like my first 2 weeks, I had the ultimate breakout. I had like my nose, my cheeks, my forehead, it just broke out. But I had been eating processed foods like all the time. That's how I got up to 314 pounds. I was just eating like all of the wrong things. I was always in a drive-through, especially with me working every day.
Wow. Well, it's so addictive,
Yes,
right?
it is. It's really addictive. And I said this is the most that I've been in a grocery store. I've been into Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. I've been trying to get the best fruits and veggies from everywhere. And yes, this is the most I've been, in grocery stores. And it's really sad. So I said I like how I'm feeling and I just want to stay, on the same track. But I've been having to educate myself a lot on what this raw journey is going to look like because I've never experienced anything like it before. And this is the most I've had,
Well, I
what
want
were
to
you gonna
give you
say?
something too. I'm so excited. Recently, I completed a raw vegan course because I've been raw for 8 years, right? And nothing
Oh,
changed my life more. Like it reversed all my health problems, everything. So I put everything like into a course. There's like a hypnosis and it's so amazing. So I'm going to gift you one. I'm going to send you one after the interview. Yeah.
you
So
so
that'll
much.
help you
Thank
because I feel
you.
like you're on the right track. You should stay on the track. So I'm going to gift you one of those. So
Thank
I'll send
you.
tonight sometime before I go to bed. I'll email it to you.
I'm so excited. As
And
soon as I get it, I'm gonna be going through it.
good. And it has all the recipes, like everything. So it can help you because I just feel like you're on the right track. And I feel like all that fast food, don't you notice? Don't you feel like it just makes you feel depressed? It really affects our thoughts. It affects so many things that we don't even realize. And it just totally like, it's not the life we're meant to be living, feeding ourselves that way. I think we just don't even realize the depths of how that can affect our mind, body, spirit, soul, and our whole experience here. And we're meant to live our best life here, right?
It's so true. And you know what? I love your pasta recipes. I haven't even tried them yet, but they look
Yeah.
so good. I said I'm going to send you pictures. I bought all the ingredients already, and I said I'm going to send you pictures of mine when I make them.
I love that. Yeah, send them to, they're my favorite. They're so easy. And you get
They
one of
look
those like
delicious.
you get one of those $5 spiralizers. You spiralize the zucchini as the pasta noodles and you make the sauces in the blender. And even in the blender, if you turn it on long enough on high, it kind of warms it up without cooking it. And it's such a satisfying good meal. There's so many different things you can do. It's not boring. It's like just the world is at your fingertips. And one thing I think I forgot to ask, and people will wonder, what kinds of juices are you drinking? Because I don't think we said, right? Did we say what your favorite juices are? I can't remember.
Oh, my favorite juices are apple juice and pineapple juice. I love
Nice.
those. I've recently fallen in love with tomato juice though, randomly, because I've never been a
Wow.
huge tomato person. My boss I work for now, he gave me some tomatoes out of his garden. And I thought it was so sweet. And I said, I'm gonna juice these. And I took them home and I juiced them. It didn't make much juice. It was a small cup because he just gave me like a Ziploc bag worth, but I juiced it and I said, oh, I like this.
That's
And
good.
yeah, it
It's
really
like the
is. I
real
was
V8.
surprised.
You remember those V8 juices? I don't know. Maybe you're
Yes.
too young because I'm almost 42 and maybe I'm aging myself.
Oh
I don't even
no,
know
I
if they still make
remember.
those, but maybe they
They
still make
do.
them. So I shouldn't no diss to V8. I'm like, you remember those? Maybe they're still around, but that's like reminds me of that. I've never tried juicing tomatoes. Maybe I should try that.
You should. They're actually really good. When I was drinking the juice, I said, wow, I said, I didn't want to season it up, but I said, oh, this will be real good with a little garlic. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was
You're gonna
really
love
good.
being raw. I can tell. I can just
Yeah,
like I feel it right now. And I think you
I
said
hope
to
so.
me, I think you told me before too that you've tried a lot of different diets, right? And this is the one thing that's worked. Is this the one and only thing that's ever worked?
I have, yes. Like I said, I've been 250 pounds plus because I'm a fried chicken lover. That's my weakness. And I've been 250 pounds plus all throughout my 20s. So, being that size, I've tried everything and my weight fluctuated here and there. I have never lost this much weight. I have never felt this good. It's amazing. And I'm so grateful. I said, wow. Because I tried a plant-based thing where I lost a little weight, but I was still like, I was still cooking the food and I wasn't educated enough to understand that I was still eating processed foods when I tried that. I may have been eating more lean than, just eating fast food all the time. That's why I lost a little weight, but I was still eating processed. So until this juicing journey and I was able to really sit and educate myself, I didn't even realize that I was eating the wrong foods. you know?
Yeah. Yeah, true. Like a
Yes.
lot of people don't even realize like the world has just gotten so crazy where we don't even know like anymore. It's just gotten like out of control, right?
Yeah, it has. And I just, I do want to live a cruelty-free life because I think that when you're a regular meat eater and you've been eating meat since birth, you don't think it's anything cruel. You think it's just how, you don't think of animals being killed. I know I had never considered the death of animals when I was eating before. And I think this journey has opened my eyes up to that as well because I've just been I'm like, wow, I'm feeling good. So I'm trying to educate myself on why I feel so good.
Yeah, I love that. What a
Yeah,
journey. What an experience. I can just feel, I can't wait to hear what happens too. So we will
thank you.
definitely bring you back for your raw and I'll send you the
I
course
would
so you can
love it.
have the foods. And I
Thank
guess we
you.
will let Tupac have you back because he needs to go for his walk. But I want to ask you, is there anything else that you want to share with us? Anything you feel called to share with my audience? And do you want people to follow you on social media? Do you want to share your socials? If you do, I'll put everything down below as well because people probably have questions. Oh, and mucoid plaque. Some people ask about that. Did you release anything crazy on the cleanse? Any plaque, any parasites, any of that?
Okay, I didn't want to sound disgusting, but I did. I had a colonic. So yes, and I had a colonic. I was so surprised, Gillian, because I had a colonic after 60 days of juicing. And I told myself, I said, I'm probably empty, but I said it just seemed like a cool thing to do because I had never done one before. And I said it would be a good cleansing idea. So I went to a place called Zoo Wellness Center and I got a colonic there and it was a great experience because I was grossed out at first because I did see parasites in the clear tubes and I just thought that was wild. But
Yeah, I've
I
been there.
I
Me too. I've had the same thing. Colonics are amazing too. I love them.
they are so amazing. I think that I felt even more rejuvenated after it. I said, wow, this is interesting. I've just been learning so much. I really have.
This is awesome. Wow, incredible. Well, yeah. Do you want to let people know where they can find you?
Yeah, I aspire to be a writer. So my social media is Blair Nicole the writer at gmail.com. I haven't been super active on social media, so I don't have a whole lot on there, but that's another thing I would like to do is get active. So I'm Blair Nicole the writer on Facebook and Blair Nicole the writer on Instagram.
Well, Blair, I think you're an incredible person, beautiful inside and out. And I think your parents are so proud. And I just feel like you're on the right journey. So thank you for sharing with us. And thank you for just your joy to be around. You make me smile more, be happier, even encountering you. So thanks for being you. And I'll put
Thank
everything down
you.
below. And we love you. Everybody, make sure you subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. I'll put a couple great interviews on the screen right now. Go watch one of those, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Thank you so much.